Hi, I'm Coach David Gibbs. I'm a money and career coach, and do you believe it? This week I am celebrating 7 years of coaching. It has been a blast to coach hundreds of people over this time and a huge learning experience. Oh man, my story is probably no different from yours. I grew up with very little financial education, and when I started getting older and realizing I wanted something different, I wasn't sure where to go, what to do. I wasn't even sure what to do with the freedom if I had gotten it. One day, in the midst of my debt-free journey, I was watching TV and I saw a huge fire. People were losing their homes, people were losing their lives. It was a big, big deal. I was sitting there, and what I wanted to do was fill up a truck. Didn't have one, didn't have the money for one. I wanted to go where the fire was, fill it up with water, right? Go where the fire was and just help until it was done, until everything was good. I wanted to be the hands and feet of Jesus, but I couldn't. I was stuck. I had the chains of debt on me. It was very discouraging. It was very stressful. I had to do this job because I have to pay that debt, and I have to, and I have to, and I have to. But I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I couldn't do what I was being pulled to do. From that point, I started asking myself those questions. What would I do with that freedom? What positive impact would I like to have on my community if I had the money and the time to do it? How would I like to use my talents and abilities in my community if I was free to do so? I started writing those things down. I started thinking on them. I started carrying them with me every day, and they became my motivation to say no to some things that might have been fun at the time so that I could say yes to the future that I wanted to be in. Fast forward to today, I've been debt-free since 2017. I am able to do my dream job full-time, which is coaching folks in their money and career, and I'm having a blast. I'm having so much fun. And now is the time to take the next step. This year, something that has popped up, it's popped up several times with several clients, it's something that I can't seem to stop thinking about, is 3 simple words. And those 3 words are, you are needed. As a coach, it's my job to inject hope, to encourage folks, to build them up. And I'm going to say that to you today, to remember those 3 words. You are needed. Your talents, your abilities. What amazing things could be done. What amazing things are we missing out on because of the chains of debt and discouragement that is smothering those dreams? I have some big announcements today. And those announcements go along this theme of encouraging and giving hope. And one of those is I'm starting a podcast. I've always wanted to do this. And I have tried before. There was one I did, Dad Stories, which if you ever want to embarrass me, you can listen to it and hear me tell some funny stories that I made up off the top of my head. I was very excited about it at the time. It's a little funny now, but it's good to turn on. But starting a podcast. And this podcast is going to center around stories of people like me who were in the midst, they're in those chains, but now they are free and they're able to have those positive impacts on their community. I want to hear those, and I also want you to hear those stories to encourage you when you're in the midst of, oh, I got to pay this again. Oh, the car is broken again. When you're in the midst of those trials, I want these stories to encourage you to keep moving forward and keep taking those steps. And with this podcast, I am still filling out the list of people to be on it. So if you have a story that you would love to share and you think you might be a good fit, reach out to me. I'd love to chat with you. And then also, if you don't want to be on a podcast, if you don't feel like that is your talent or ability, you can get on Patreon and you can support the podcast in that way. It's something new, something I've never done before, and I definitely want to make sure that it's done well with great equipment and all that stuff. And then another thing that I am going to be working on that I'm super excited about is I'm going to start sharing nonprofits, and charities. I'm going to highlight them on my social media, and then I'm also going to make a dedicated page on my website so that folks can come to coachdavidgibbs.com and they can find that page and say, hey, okay, here's a cool nonprofit, here's a cool charity that when we are free, husband or wife, when we're free, we can give money to that. That is close to my heart. And it's those things that will give you the motivation necessary to say no to those annoying little daily things. So that's another thing. All this is coming together because I want you to know and to feel in your heart every day with those difficulties that you are heading towards something, that you are saying no to something so you can say yes to this later. Very excited. I would love for you to join on the mission. So today I'm going to deputize you. And I want to share some ways that you can join the mission and help me as well as help yourself. And one of those things is you can become a client. I would love to hear your story. I would love to hear where you're at right now, your dream, where you would like to be. And then I would love to have the possibility, if we're a good fit, to guide you towards those dreams. Another way that you can be helpful is you can like, share, subscribe. I'm on all the social medias. This new YouTube channel that you're watching this on, I'm on there. So like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody what's going on, that you're enjoying this. I hope you are anyway. The Movie Money Mashup is every 2 weeks live on Facebook, and then it comes to have a home here on YouTube. And in the future, that podcast that I mentioned earlier, that home will be on YouTube as well. So like, share, and subscribe. Another thing is I have a weekly email, and in that email I share tips, tricks, fun stuff, encouraging things that have popped up, ideas to help you in your money and career. If you're a business and you would like to collaborate, I'd love to chat with you. I'd love to see how we can work together for the sake of the world, for the sake of both of our clients, how we can lift each other up and collaborate. I'd love to hear from you. Finally, I'd love to say just a big thank you so much to my family, to my friends, to my beautiful wife, Kelly, my 2 little boys, who are on summer break as I'm making this video. So if you heard a scream, that's what that is. But thank you so much for all of my coaching friends, all my colleagues. These 7 years have been a blast, and I can't wait to see what happens next. And if you're new here, what I want you to take away from this video is those 3 simple words. You are needed. So whatever you want to do with that, I would love to hear your story. I would love to hear what you would like to do in the future. I would love to hear your dreams, and I'd love to be a part of helping you get there. All right. Thank you so much. God bless, and I'll see you next time.